Hello, beautiful. It is currently a Sunday afternoon. We are going to go do all our bits. We are ready for Monday morning and the week ahead. And I'm going to take you through everything that 2023 bought me, or I bought in 2023, that I'm going to continue in 2024 because it really made a difference. So I have them on here. I'll start off with a cup of herbal tea, and then we're going to get in the bath and just do some nice me things, you know, like us things before the week turns into being a capitalist robot. And we are starting off very, very strong here, and that is with some water-based lube. I did not know that, I knew this was a thing, but I thought it was just like one of those hipstery things. But these are absolutely life-changing. This is literally from Asda, and this is literally from Poundland for £1, and you know, they're both do the job. The thing with water-based lube is it's free from parabens, it's free from sugar, which I didn't know lubes even had in them. But, well, when you're 25 plus, you get the luxury of a cervical screening. And sometimes in that, we find out different things about ourselves. So, like, for instance, I learned that I have a bacteria that's hereditary growing the women in my family inside of me. I think it's HBV. And basically, if you have HBV, you should definitely try a water-based lube because other lubes just like sting. And I thought there was something wrong with me. You know, they would then cause like infections and other like just uncomfortable discomfort things, right? And I literally thought there was something wrong with me. And luckily, I have the most amazing partner in the world who, you know, supported me for everything and literally just tried a water-based lube from like countless Google searches and literally like completely different in terms of everything intimate, and it's a common thing with ladies with HPV, which I didn't know. But yeah, why would you put sugar in a lube? Why would you do that? Among other things which I don't have the knowledge of, but yeah, water-based lube. Never ever looked back, and yeah, beautiful. They're also like good to use against condoms, so it doesn't make the condom split or anything, because I know that's like coconut oils and other natural based lubes can, which is why I didn't try coconut oil as an alternative. But yeah, absolutely life-changing. Love that. Something a bit more PG, let's move on, is these cotton rounds to like wash your face with. I actually started taking these on trips with me as well, so I won't take my like washing sponge anymore. I'll just take one of these to just like wash my body with. But I love using these like in the sink if I'm just washing my face, like, or just like getting a little water freshen up. And I really, really like them. This is a bit of a fancier one. This is a Christmas present, but these three were literally in a pack from Primark. I think they were less than £4 altogether. And they're just, yeah, they're so convenient and easy, and you just chuck them in the washing machine and the tumble dryer, and they just are just great. Like I really, really like them, and I think they'll, you know, I mean, these are black, they're not going to stain or anything, so really like that. Next is pink cream blushes. So I got back into makeup really at the end of last year, and this is from Primark. This was in my haul. This is made by Mitchell in strawberry cream, and this is a P. Louise Cheek Fit in Legally Pink. So they're really, really bright. And I use them like under my eyes for like brightening reasons, but also just like, I don't know, like I'd always use darker pink blushes and realised that my skin doesn't like that. My skin likes dolly pinks and reds, which is a weird combination because one of them is really, really pale and one of them is really, really bright, but that's what my skin likes. And yeah, never look back. I think always going to carry a dolly pink blush with me if I'm travelling or anything, so that was on there too. And the last one before we start our Sunday self-care evening routine is moisturising face washes. So initially I tried out this one in 2023 and it literally lasted me for most of the year. This is the best one I've tried. It is a little bit expensive. So when I had to replace it, I went for a little budget option, which is this one from Hyron. I'll link them both below. But yeah, hydrating facial cleanser. And then like recently, like in the like November time of 2023, I tried using these cleansers. So these are a little bit fancy, but yeah, it just makes such a big difference. I was using like black African soap and then like another harsh I keep on like CeraVe, but the difference between like this and CeraVe moisturising is still a big difference. And yeah, it just made my skin, like I didn't realise I had dry skin and that I wasn't nourishing it enough, and that cleansers and face washes can actually help moisturise as well, or not just strip everything off your skin. So that was a bit of a game changer for me as well. But let me take you into the bathroom. We'll start getting ready for a lovely bath, and I can show you some more products, which I will continue into 2024 with. So I'm going to put my jammies on the radiator so they're nice and warm, which is not one of the things, by the way. So the next one is a gel nail kit. Now these actually probably need to come off now, but I started doing my own gel nails in 2023, in early 2023. Actually, it might have been end of 2022. But I bought like a proper kit in 2023. So I got the little cuticle choppers and like all the little buffing blocks to just like, and the acetone to soak it off. A lamp, which is just like a Miley one from Amazon. You know, it's a time where I get to spend with just myself and don't, you know, have to travel or pay lots of money to have someone else do it. And I literally get to choose whatever colours I want, and if I want a different colour I can just buy it rather than having a limited selection. So that was really, really good. And I'll continue to do that, literally just to save money and fuel and drop my ring. And the other one is a tongue scraper, which I got, I think very early last year. I think I got it for my January payday or February payday. But yeah, haven't looked back. I go on and off of using it. It's like flossing, right? One of those things that you just kind of, you do or you don't. I do it try and do it every single morning. Again, annoyingly, I'm one of these people who has a white tongue because I like a lot of carbs, I like a lot of sugar, I drink lots of tea and coffee, so tongue scraper really, really helps. And you can see in the morning, like when the yeast, like a slight layer of yeast comes off, and it's so satisfying to see that go away. But also other benefits like breath freshening, and I've just noticed it sort of keeps my teeth whiter. And then another thing which I'm taking into 2024 is not a bottle, it's a cup. So I sip it, but it just makes me drink so much more water. I have like a seasonal one for Halloween and Christmas. I just noticed over those times I just drink so much more water. So I literally got that one from Primark to have like the rest of the year, and it works a treat. Like I drink so much more water with it, especially when I take one to work. I think I just sort of get bored and they just sort of like, it just works an absolute treat. And another thing which I'm going to keep doing in 2024 is staying away from trends. Obviously that's something I think we sort of grow out of, and like obviously some trends we're going to really, really love, but it just made me save so much money. I sort of try to make myself a little capsule wardrobe in 2023, and I noticed that I do just gravitate towards the same sort of things, like earthy colours. I know that big bold colours I don't really wear as much. And before I go to buy something, like even if me and Danny go shopping, I'm like, that's trendy. Like, are you actually gonna want to wear that next year? Or are you going to use that still next year? And he's like, I think he's pretty good. He's not like super trendy either. So I think it's a nice balance when we go shopping that, you know, we'll get each other's styles, and, you know, we both sort of like a classic look. I think he has sort of his own niche way of dressing. Oh gosh, I had gel in my hair. Definitely needs a wash. Because it looks a bit light again now. Need to re-dye it dark. But yeah, so just like not falling into the trends, and it's quite liberating. Like I think at first it's hard, and especially like with jewellery and like homeware, like it's definitely hard to stay away from those things. But yeah, especially in terms of clothes, you feel so much more like yourself, and that's just like a massive game changer for me. I think that's something really, really special. I am now beautified from the day, I guess. So no, that's a bad way of putting it. I'm de-jewelried and my hair is taken out, ready to be washed. There we go. So let's get this bath stinking ready. I think we're gonna go for this bubble bath. Something in 2024 I am going to keep doing is cleaning things instead of buying a new one. For instance, I was gonna buy a new diffuser, like a essential oil diffuser. I realised that there's nothing actually wrong with mine working, it was just dirty and grubby and old. So I soaked it in bleach and I scrubbed it and I scratched all the lime scale off it, and it's good as new. And that would have saved like environmental waste as well. I want some more bubbles. But yeah, literally saves money, but for the environment, and why would I want to over-consume? And I think just when you get into those habits, and even like my clothes, like I'll just sort of be like, do I need a new black jumper, or can I just keep wearing my old one and maybe give it a freshen up somehow? Like a lint roller maybe might be a good thing to do time to time, Jazz. But yeah, I think a lot of it so far is based around like saving money and not doing things just for the sake of it. And I'm going to add some bath salts. You know what, the other day I accidentally tipped it over and like most of this jar went in. So I had a super detoxing bath then. But another thing which I love doing now is having tinned fruit. So I will literally lay in the bath and have a bowl of tinned peaches, or like wake up from a nap and have some mainly tinned peaches I love, but tinned fruit, just like tinned pears, like oh, the rest of that nearly went in the bath can. There we go. But yeah, tinned fruit I love. It's just so simple, easy, a good snack, nice for breakfast. I love tinned fruit. And then we also have Cocoa and Eve flaked ham, which I tried for the first time in 2023. It smells so much better than every other tan on the market. And I'm a One Direction fan, so normally I was a die-hard tanologist. It says it has ingredients to not get patchy and streaky, and I think it does work, because I've never had like a patch with it, or like a line where like I haven't blended it into the sole of my foot properly. So I do think that does work, and it does last longer than like every other tan. The only thing I will say about that is it lasts a little bit too long sometimes when I'm trying to scrub it off and it doesn't really work. But you know, that's not a bad problem to have. I'm gonna add some of this waft too, because it's a bloody Christmas one. I have a whole other Christmas body wash to use, so this one has super bubbles today. Okay, let's get some quickly essential oils and then we can be done. Okay. Gonna pop some eucalyptus essential oils in for some freshness. But something in 2024 I want to continue doing is puzzles. It was a really great thing for me when I had a bit of a hard time in 2023, and you know, you sort of want to stay off your screens. If you have a headache, it's good because you're not on a screen. And I just got so like lost in doing a puzzle that I would have hours go by and people would be like, hello, like trying to get hold of you, and I'm like, sorry, I was doing a puzzle. But it also makes you think, and it's just stimulating, but not super stimulating to the point where you just are staring at a screen and you're too stimulated to sort of carry on with a productive task or relax and go to sleep. And it's, yeah, puzzles. And I was doing it as sort of like a bonding experience with my mum, like she would do a bit, I would do a bit. And yeah, the sense of achievement you get from it as well, it's just so simple. So yeah, puzzles. And last but not least of this little segment is scalp oiling and scalp scrubbing, or scalp exfoliating. So, pop you there. I've used loads of different oils. I'm currently using this oil because I've heard it's meant to be really, really good. But yeah, and I use one of these, what are they called? I don't even know. Little head massager things to just get it in to my scalp. And it's made the biggest difference. Like, why on earth are we so fixated with like split ends and stuff, like that's already the dead hair. Chop that off and focus on the new hair growth. It's honestly changed like the amount of dandruff I get, and I was very dandruffy. How often my hair gets greasy, like the thickness of my hair, because I've always been a thin-haired girl, and literally transformed my hair so much to the point where like people are noticing and commenting, and yeah, it's but it's just so like a duh. Like obviously we would focus on our scalp. It's also like my plant. I'm not gonna just like water the ends here. Like I'm gonna water the actual root. But you know what that means. Now that point is done, the bath is ready. So let's put the bloody water on. Love it. Okay, bath has all been had. I'm just gonna put some hair serum in, which takes me to my next point about in 2024, I'm going to keep using leave-in hair masks because I started using this one from Aussie, and it's literally such a game changer. Every single time you wash your hair, and it just makes it perfect basically. So that is my number one. And then I'm just gonna, but also a couple summer ones, was a cardigan, like a light cardigan that matched my bikini colour, because it just made me feel so much more like put together as an outfit. And for the sort of beach days where it's a little bit cloudy that we get in England, that just worked really well for me and made me feel like just put together and nice, and also like a nice little cover up for a little bit of modesty. And also when I was at the beach this last summer, it started to rain, so the cardigan was definitely needed. But along with that, there's two other sort of summer staples, which was my platform Converse. Obviously I'm not going to repurchase for this year, but I'm so grateful that I purchased them last year that they made it into this video. I've wanted them for years, and in summer I literally probably wore them all the time, like all the time. Along with gym sets. I pretty much lived in gym sets during summer. And yeah, you literally can't go wrong with them. And then when you wear them to the actual gym, you feel so put together in like a proper outfit. So I think almost every month last year, I got myself a new gym set. So I think I'm gonna continue to invest in gym clothing because it just makes me feel really, really good. Oh, love that. And quickly, whilst I brush my hair, something I want to continue doing and booking and budgeting for this year is teeth whitening. So I got it for the first ever time last year, and it made such a big difference. And although my teeth have still gone a little bit more yellow from all the coffee and tea I drink, it's nowhere near as bad as it was before I ever had it done. So definitely budgeting for that and having that even just like once this year is like an aim and a goal, because that made me feel so good and, you know, just smile more. Perfect, so that's my hair all done. Gonna put it in a little towel and do some face pampering. Okay, whilst my face steamer here is warming up, I'm gonna tell you some more. You can tell it's a Sunday night because I'm literally like brain fogging the whole way through. Oh, you can hear it, it's like a kettle. But yeah, so I popped some rosemary oil in here, some lavender oil, and some like, just a pinch of like green tea. So yeah, my skin's gonna be lovely and I'm gonna be calm and restful, beautiful. But the first thing I want to tell you about is monthly car washes. So I start getting my car cleaned every month by like professionals, like inside and outside, and it makes the biggest difference to just like how I feel in the car on like a daily basis, the respect for myself, and also wearing cotton thongs. So I got these from Primark. They're just so comfortable and can literally go under any outfit at all. Yeah, like that they let her breathe, they collect everything it needs to collect, and they're inexpensive and they're so comfortable. So that's like an absolute must for me. Like I will, you know, continue to build my collection of Primark cotton thongs. And yeah, I think I will say the last three, so 2021, 21, 22, 23, for the next step and final step of my Sunday rejuvenation routine, because this is steaming. So I'm gonna pop in. Okay, number 21 is linen sprays. So like after I make my bed or spray the curtains, or if I finished ironing, just like spray everything, and it's just so lovely and it makes everything seem clean and fresh. Especially bedding, it makes it just like feel fresher for longer. This pose actually decreases your heart rate and is good for like trapped wind and stuff like that, so it just gets the bodily systems working nicely. Also is these, which is wrist warmers, which I literally would never have worn before the end of last year, but I love them. They're just so cozy, and like when I feel overstimulated, I love wearing these. And yeah, I'm going to take them to work and for driving as well, because they just keep me nice and warm. Oh, let me come up for the final one. So the 23rd thing, which I am taking from 2023 into 2024, is protein pancakes. Now I started making these last year just from my protein pack that they sell, and literally they don't take very long at all, except for the vegan ones. Don't get the vegan ones unless you're vegan, because they take forever. But they don't take very long. I would do it in the morning before work, and they taste great, and they had a shed load of protein in, and that for me got my like weight up really quickly when I was trying to put on weight after I lost a lot, and also like helping me build in the gym and stuff like that, and help my muscles recover quickly. So I loved that. I would definitely be repurchasing that. And that, ladies and gents and theys, is the end of the things which, you know, last year I brought and got taught, and I'm taking into the rest of this year with me because they are that fabulous. So that's my 23 things for 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. If no one's told you lately, I love you and I'm proud of you, and I will see you when I next see you, my darling. Bye.